Welcome everyone to Balance by Megan. I'm Megan. Today's yoga flow is a yoga flow to wind down. So this is a really great flow to do in the evening time before you go to bed, or if you're coming from recovering from an illness or an injury, this is a really nice sequence to ease back into. So grab your mat and let's create balance in your life. So we'll begin this sequence in a seated pose on your mat. Find a cross-legged position and begin to close down the eyes. So take a few moments here to check in with yourself. I myself am coming from a week of being sick, so just being here in the few moments I'm noticing that my sinuses are a little sensitive. It's been a little while since I've been doing some flows on the mat, so I'm a little sore from being on the couch. So just notice how you feel. Notice the quality of the air that you're breathing and the breaths that you're taking. Are they deep down low? Are you filling the belly with air? Or are you breathing from the chest? Just notice that. And if you need to switch things up, this is the time to do so. Take stock of how your body is feeling in this moment right now. We'll take another few deep breaths here. And on your next exhale, begin to bat open the eyelashes. And we'll begin. We'll start by dropping the left ear towards the left shoulder. Reach the right ear up towards the sky. Really feel the sensation in the side of the neck. And then you can close down the eyes and just really notice that lengthening in the neck. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, come back through to center and drop right ear to right shoulder. But I want you to think of actively tugging that right ear, that left ear, rather, up towards the sky. It kind of creates a different sensation in the neck rather than thinking of right ear to right shoulder. Notice if the shoulders are creeping up towards the ears. See if you can pull them down. And take one more breath here. And on your next inhaling, come back through to center. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Feel this nice stretch in the back of your neck. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, come back through to center. Inhale, bring the hands in prayer position in front of your heart. Take a moment here. And on your next inhale, send the fingertips up towards the sky. On your exhale, draw your arms down into cactus arms. Inhale here. Exhale, actively tug those elbows behind you. Oh, feel the stretch in the upper front body. One more breath here. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Hands come behind us. And we draw the knuckles down and away from the body. So interlace the fingertips together. Draw those knuckles down the back body and then away. Sit up nice and tall here. Crown of the head reaches up. Knees and sitting bones reach in towards the earth. Down, down towards the mat. One more breath here. And exhale, we'll release that. Send the fingertips in front of you. Draw right arm underneath left. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, draw them away from the body. Coming into eagle arms. Just closing off, encountering the opening of the chest and the shoulders. One more breath here. And on our exhale, we'll release that. Take a moment here to just breathe. Again, notice perhaps the softening of the shoulders. And we'll do the other side. Inhale, bring the hands to your heart. Prayer position. Exhale, just take a moment here. On your next inhale, send the fingertips up towards the sky. As you exhale, draw them back and towards your cactus arms. Breathe deep. Notice that the shoulders are creeping up, and then we draw them back down. And I like to close down my eyes in these slower moving poses just to really feel everything, to really focus on the sensations in my body. One more breath here. And on your exhale, release. Interlace the fingertips behind you, opposite them on top, so it might feel a little awkward. And we draw those fingertips down the back body and away. See if you can get those palms of the hands to touch, but if not, no problem. And if your elbows are locked, just see if you can soften them a little bit, a little micro bend in them. One more breath here. And then we'll release, exhale. Fingertips come in front of us, left arm underneath right. Inhale here. Exhale, draw the elbows away. If you can't quite make the eagle arm, simply give yourself a hug and see if you can really get those fingertips towards each other on the back. Both are very good for you and good for the shoulders and the traps. One more breath here. And on our exhale, we'll release that. Take a moment here, take stock of how you're feeling. And then we'll bring our hands on either side of our hips. Begin to walk the left fingertips away from the body. Inhale, reach the right arm up and over, coming into a side body stretch. Inhale, rotate the heart up towards the sky. And as you exhale, see if you can sink a little lower. Make sure your sitting bones are glued down towards the mat and you're not coming up off of them. Inhale. Exhale, come back through to center. Inhale here. Exhale. Release. Begin to walk the right fingertips away. Inhale, send the left arm up. And on your exhale, come into your side body stretch. So as I mentioned earlier, I have been sick for the past week. So in the comment section below, I've been trying everything everyone's been recommending to me. Let me know what your cold and flu tips are. What do you do when you're in the middle of it? How do you prevent it? What are your tips and tricks? Let me know down below. One more breath here. And exhaling, coming back through to center. Inhale. Exhale, release. Your next inhale will come through to tabletop pose. So set yourself up here in table, wrist underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, pressing into the tops of the feet, press into the fingertips, lift away from the mat. Let's take a couple of cat-cows here, just to bring some extension and flexion into the spine. You might begin to sway the hips from side to side, getting into the side body. You might take some barrel rolls if that feels good. Make it your own. And we'll take one more wherever you're at. On your next inhale, come back to neutral. Bring the big toes to touch. Knees come as wide as the yoga mat. Inhale here. Exhale, sink the hips back, coming into extended child's pose. So bring the forehead towards the mat. If it does not reach, you can always take fist on top of fist here. Or if you have a block in your practice, you can grab that. Take one more breath here in extended child's pose. And on your next inhale, begin to pull yourself back up to your tabletop pose. Bring your knees back in. And from here, I'm going to rearrange my hair. We'll send the right leg behind you, and we'll just rock front and back here, just opening up the hamstrings, awakening the legs. On your next inhale, lift that leg, let it hover. Baby toe faces towards the mat. And we're here, or we begin to send the left fingertips in front of us. Inhale here, exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach, extend. Exhale, draw it in. Move here. In your bird dog crunch. And again, if this is way too much for you right now, just plant the hand on the mat and work with your knee. Take one more. And on your next exhale, release. We'll move straight to the other side. Left leg comes behind us. We rock front, rock back. And on your next inhale, lift that leg, let it hover. And we're here, or we send the right fingertips in front of us. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw, elbow to knee. Inhale, exhale. On your inhale, really reach the heel back. And make sure you have a strong core here so you're not dumping your weight to one side. Take one more wherever you are. And then we'll release that. Bring the knees together, swing your legs to one side, and we'll come to lie all the way down. All the way down to your back. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Your next inhale, you'll send the feet up towards the sky. So if you have an empty space of wall here, you can come to the wall and do this. You can hold this for as long as it feels good to you. Or we're just allowing the blood to flow in opposite direction. You might notice if you're not using a wall that your legs begin to shake or tremble. No problem. You can keep flexed feet or point your toes, yogi's choice. If this feels good to you, you can pause the video here and just hang out for as long as it feels good. Or we'll finish up our routine by drawing both knees back and towards your chest. Send the left leg out long. Inhale, draw the right knee in. As you exhale, let it fall to the left side of the mat. Come into your supine twist. You can send the opposite arm out and bring it into a T shape or into a cactus arm. Take one more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, come back through to center. Inhale, draw the left knee in towards your chest, and as you exhale, send the right leg out long. Inhale, draw that knee in. Exhale, let it fall towards the right. So as you lay here in your supine twist, make sure that both shoulder blades are on the mat and you're not coming up off of one. That might mean that your knee doesn't touch the opposite floor. And again, depending on where you're at in your day, sickness or injury, you might notice that you're not as flexible or you can't go as deep in some of the poses. Just honor where your body's at today in this moment. Inhale here. Exhale, draw it back into center. Inhale, draw both knees in towards your chest. And exhale, give yourself a little hug. And at this point in our practice, I will invite you to send out both legs long. If you find for whatever reason maybe your nose is running a lot or you have sinus problems and it feels better to sit up, come to a seated pose. And we'll just take a few moments here once again to close down the eyes, to take a few more moments to ourselves, to our practice. this feels good to you. If you've got to move on with your day or evening, we'll begin by wiggling the toes and the fingers, rotating the wrist and the ankles. And from here, we'll bring the hands together, palms to palms. Bring the thumbs right up to the third eye. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel today, take a moment and go and do so right now. Share this video with a friend who you think could use some winding down in their life. And if you're doing this in real time, join me next week as my husband and I head to Hawaii, where we'll be filming some new series for you. You can follow our adventures on social media. With that, I will say to you, we bow to that light, that divine spark that resides within all of us. From my heart to yours, Namaste.